Hello, 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 and welcome back to Photo Finish, the great pop culture debates video series dedicated to the looks from RuPaul's Drag Race. Our normal host, Eric Resniak, is battling a nasty herpes sore on his upper lip. I mean on vacation, so I'm stepping in for the week. My name is Curtis Creekmore, and today I am joined by my extra special guest judge and good Judy, a newcomer to the Great Pop Culture Debate podcast this season, Gary Jackson. Hey Gary, how are you?
Hey baby, I'm doing well. How are you?
I am wonderful. I miss your face. Gary is also a part of the Boston Gay Men's Chorus, and he is a beautiful singer. I miss singing with you, Gary.
Thank you. I miss singing with you too, boo.
Yes.
Thank
All
you
right.
for having me.
Yes, I'm so happy you're here. Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. We're going to toot, boot, shoot, poot, and moot the looks from the main stage of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 13, Episode 7, with the theme, Yellow Gorgeous. So first up, we have Tina Burner. Gary, what did you think?
Oh baby, this is a moot for me.
Moot, okay. Tell me why.
For some reason, it was, the yellow. I'm overseeing her in yellow in general.
Yes.
And so the fact that it was all yellow again, I was just like, I couldn't get behind it. Like, I get it, but it was just like predictable.
I think that's fair. I'm going to give her a pass this week because it was the prompt. Like, she had to wear yellow or else she was in trouble. Spoiler, I hate yellow. Yellow is my least favorite color, so this was a difficult runway for me to watch and judge. But shockingly, I'm going to give this a toot. And I don't know that I've tooted literally anything that Tina has wore this entire season, but this was fine. It was okay. It satisfied the prompt, like she did what she was supposed to do. It was camp, but it was still close enough to glamour that I will go ahead and give her the toot. It's not a strong one, but it's a toot.
She's getting there.
She's getting there. Next up, we had Olivia Lux. Gary?
Oh, this look is a toot, honey. She's giving me dream girls, realness, and she's just gorgeous.
Yes. This was beautiful. This was elegant. It was exactly what I would have worn. If I were on this runway and I were given this prompt, I would be in a beautiful gown. I loved the ostrich plume puffs. I loved the hair. It was a very, very strong toot for me. So beautiful. And I know Eric has recently said that Olivia always looks like she's wearing something that's been borrowed. She never looks like she really has a look that's her own. I think this is Olivia. This is what Olivia Lux is supposed to look like. And
with
it's beautiful.
That name, Lux.
You are getting the Lux experience. Yes, it is
funny.
So nice. Next up, we had Simone. Gary, what'd you think?
Simone's my girl. I'm going to give this a moot, actually.
Oh, okay. Tell me why.
It breaks my heart. I think the way she just wore, like, you could tell she was trying to give it more life, but it was just not a wow factor that we're used to Simone bringing.
Yes, I agree with you there. I struggled with this one. I went back and forth between a moot and a toot because I do think that it's a solid look. It's not anywhere close to the best thing that she's worn so far, and she has absolutely blown my mind almost every week that she's walked out on stage. I think the thing that I had the most trouble with was the difference in the color, like the shades of yellow. The suspender is a different color from the boot, which is almost like glow-in-the-dark neon yellow, versus the coat, which is like Big Bird yellow, versus the hair, which is like a goldenrod. It was just so much disparity between the shades or the hues. I still came down on a toot because she can pull off a fucking look. She could wear a goddamn trash bag and I would still be like, wow, that looks really good on her. And it's the confidence. And that's really what she was missing from this week of the challenge, is the confidence. Like, she knew she couldn't sing. We found out she couldn't sing. But if she had brought just a little bit of the confidence that she does when she walks out on stage in her looks, I think she still could have gotten through without being in the bottom.
Yeah.
But who knows? So next up, we had Utica Queen, Gary.
Oh, oh, this is a boot. I'm
Boo?
sorry. I try to get my head around this look. At first, I was like, you know what? I like the patterns, but that shape, I get it. It just my eyes didn't like it.
I hear you. Um, I loved what she was going for. I really do love her mind. I think she is such an interesting queen. She talked about how this was, I can't tell you what century it was, but like the cutout sides, it was an interesting concept. I don't think she delivered on it. The execution was rough. I get that she was using the patterns that she typically does, like the ginghams and the interesting kitschy fabrics that she typically uses. But yeah, I just don't think that she fully got there. I'm going to give it a moot because I loved the idea, but the execution was lacking. I guess I'm nicer than Gary, which is a surprise to me. Next up, we had Candy Muse.
Mm, I'm glad she gave Beyonce her cred,
Mm.
and I'm just gonna have to. And Candy, even though I'm not a big Candy fan,
Yeah.
sorry people, but this was a toot. I love everything about the way she wore this dress, the flowers in her hair, the glitter. Candy looked yummy to me.
Interesting. So Eric has talked about previously how you kind of have to remove yourself from this because it's so easy to allow your opinions of the queen and the person of behind the queen to affect how you're judging the looks. And that's something that I have to do as well here. This look is beautiful, and I had to stop myself and say, if someone else were wearing that, what would you think? And I think I would give it a soft toot, which is what I'm going to give this as well. It's a toot. I don't love the flowers in her hair so much, and I hate that she didn't close her mouth the entire time she was on the runway. You see in that picture, she got it open right there. That was the whole time. The whole time she was
gagging.
I was not gagging. She may have been gagging, but I was not gagging. And I get that the challenge was yellow, but that don't mean you got to put it on your face. She looks like she took a dandelion and scrubbed it. She looks like she has jaundice. You should get your liver checked out, Candy. You might have a problem. Next up, we have Elliot with 2 T's. What'd you think, Gary?
Somebody wore better than Tina, I would say. I actually like this look, this cut on Elliot, that kind of corset shape. She looked good in the little, what was that, $100,000, like inside the jacket was a nice little touch.
Mm-hmm. So what are you going to give it?
Oh, I'm giving it a 2, baby.
2. I agree. This is much better than Tina's version. And you know what? It is so interesting that in the same season, we've seen so many doubles so far. I think we learned on Reddit that the wig that Olivia wore and the wig that Candy wore were not the same wig.
Really?
Yeah, so they just happened to bring 2 wigs that looked super similar, and then this, and then in a minute we're going to see another double, all within the same season. Super interesting. Anyway, this is a strong 2. This is great. The more I see of Elliot and her looks, the more I like her. I still don't think that she is destined for many more episodes in this series, but this was definitely a toot for me. Next up, we had Rosé. What'd you think here?
I literally booed. I'm sorry. I just don't like it. I don't know if it's the mask, the makeup color, and the color of the dress, but my eyes like I just don't like it. Oh.
That is really surprising to me. Did you see the mask? Have you seen the mask with Jim Carrey?
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to check.
For some reason, I don't know if the green need to be darker, but that shade and that color of that dress, it just didn't work for me.
I'm sorry, Gary. It is perfect. This is perfection. I adore this. That is the color of the mask. If you put them side by side, that is the color of the mask from the movie. It's so good. I love a reference queen. She's done such a good job of referencing so many things. And I have not been a fan of a lot of the things that Rosé has come out with, mostly because of the tulle, but this has no tulle on it. So I'm going to go ahead and give her a toot. Next up, we had Denali.
I love this look on her. I think she's a dancer, so she used her body really well to really to really bring the piece to life for me.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, I love the headpiece. I just think Denali looked really good. I would give it a soft toot.
Soft toot. I am also going to give it a soft toot. I immediately knew what she was going for. As soon as she walked out, I was like, oh, yellow boa constrictor. And then I even was like, that was what Brittany had in that video. So, hey, at least I'm on the same page as her. I didn't think it was like super strong. It's not one of the better looks that she's had. I think she could have gone with a bigger chest. I don't know that she was wearing anything at all, but it would have balanced out the hips a little bit more. It's still good. It's still okay. Soft toot. And finally to the stage, we had Got Mick. What did you think, Gary?
Uh, this is a strong toot.
Strong toot.
That that latex waist,
Hmm.
like it just made her look so good. The hair to the boots, everything just it was a look on Gottmik.
Yeah. So this is the other double that I was talking about because Denali did a crash test dummy look for the bag ball and Gottmik did it better. This is a better look than what Denali did. And Denali's wasn't bad by any means, but this is great. This was
Yes.
so well done. I loved the proportions. I loved the color. It's so interesting. I loved the hair. The hair was also vinyl. Super interesting.
It was
Definitely a strong toot for me.
Yes, she committed to this look with the walk down the runway,
Yes.
everything.
Yes, for sure. So, Gary, tell me, who was your top toot of the week?
My top toot will go to Miss Olivia.
Olivia Lux.
Yes, I was torn, but she just looks so beautiful to me. I could just stare at her all day in this picture.
It's a truly beautiful gown. And then if you watched Untucked, you saw that it was actually a tearaway, which I don't even know if I would call it that. Anytime you have a reveal where you have to scooch out of it, that is not a reveal, honey. And you look like you're taking a poop on the stage. So I'm glad she got to keep it on because this look was beautiful. I liked the look when she took it off, but this was beautiful. I'm sorry, Gary. My top toot of the week is rosé.
Oh,
I
wow.
I loved it. I loved this look. I thought that it was so interesting and so out there and so different. And it was yellow, Michelle. It was a macaroni and cheese Crayola crayon that is yellow. It is not orange. I just loved it. I loved the shoe. I loved that she made a zoot suit into a dress. It was amazing. I loved it. Thank you, Gary, so much for being with me, and thank you so much for watching. Make sure to check out our other Drag Race fashion reviews on our YouTube channel. Make sure you like and subscribe to stay updated for content. And for more Drag Race content, check out the bonus section of our website, greatpopculturedebate.com, where we are running fan pools for both Season 13 and UK 2. And while you're there, make sure to check out our episode section for our great pop culture debates and see what polls are open for upcoming episodes. Your votes determine what we discuss, and they really do matter. Next week's episode is actually a COVID special, so there won't be a fashion photo or a photo finish, the off-brand. So we will see you in 2 weeks for more photo finish. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend.